Raindrops tapping on the pavement skin, a rhythm rising from the storm within. Puddles dancing under neon glow. City whispers as the water flows. Spin with the clouds, let it soak your soul. The skies are heavy, but they'll make you whole. Storms may linger, but they wash away pain. Lose yourself dancing in the rain. Shadows stretching underneath the light. Ripples echo in the quiet night. Thunder laughing like an untamed song. Lightning strikes, but it won't last long. Spin with the clouds, let it soak your soul. The skies are heavy, but they'll make you whole. Storms may linger, but they wash away pain. Lose yourself dancing in the rain. Winds may howl, but they whisper too. Listen closely, it's calling you. Through the chaos, there's beauty untold. Rain speaks secrets only hearts can hold. Bare feet splashing on the flooded ground. Every heartbeat in the rhythm found. Let the storm dress you in liquid gold. Life's a dance you don't have to control. Bare feet splashing on the flooded ground. Every heartbeat in the rhythm found. Let the storm dress you in liquid gold. Life's a dance you don't have to control. I saw you smile in a photograph. Sunlight dancing in your eyes. You look like someone who found forever, while I was still learning goodbye. There was a stranger holding your hand, the way you once held mine. I closed my phone, but not my heart. Some pictures outlive time. I thought I'd be angry if this day came. Instead I just sat there in silence. Love has a funny way of teaching us that letting go can still hurt. You look happier in someone else's story, like the ending finally came out right. And I'm just the chapter you outgrew, a faded spilled. Funny how the dream stayed the same, only the faces changed. Sometimes I wonder if you think of me when an old song starts to play, or if my name has quietly disappeared like footprints after rain. Maybe we were never meant to last, maybe we were only meant to grow. You taught me love can be beautiful even when it ends, so I'll stop asking life to rewrite our ending. Some stories aren't broken, they're simply finished. You look happier in someone else's story, and maybe that's enough for me, because loving you was never wasted, even if it wasn't forever. I'll carry the light you left behind, not as a weight, but as a flame. One day someone will read my story too, and love every page you couldn't stay to see. If happiness found you, then a part of me can finally rest. I'll always miss our story, but I'll never regret that you were in it. The cart rolled away with the evening wind. I watched it like I watched you leave. I came for things I didn't need, just trying to outrun the memories. Fluorescent lights, familiar songs, people laughing, moving on. I'm standing in aisle 17, wondering how love disappears so quietly. I bought your favorite coffee by mistake, forgot there was no one left to make it for. It's strange how ordinary moments can hurt a little more. And now I'm crying in a Target parking lot, trying to hide where nobody stops. The world's still spinning like nothing changed, while I'm holding pieces of your name. Cars keep driving, strangers smile, everyone's got somewhere to be. I'm sitting with a heart that broke between the shopping carts and me. The receipt is folded in my hand, a list of everything I couldn't keep. A candle, bread, a bottle of wine, and all the dreams we couldn't reach. I almost bought your favorite flowers, then remembered there was no front door waiting for us anymore. So I left them by the checkout line like another little goodbye. Maybe healing doesn't happen on the mountaintops or perfect days. Maybe it begins in ordinary places where your heart finally admits the truth. Maybe tomorrow I'll drive home without looking in the passenger seat. Maybe someday missing you won't feel like losing me. I was crying in a Target parking lot, but the sky kept changing into blue. For the first time in a long, long while, I noticed the sunrise breaking through. I'll always miss the life we planned, the version of us that couldn't stay. But love isn't measured by who remains, it's measured by what never fades. And even if you never come back, the love we shared made me who I am. Tomorrow this parking lot will be full of strangers again. But tonight it quietly held the moment I finally let you go. Spring came and painted all the trees. Nothing ever bloomed in me. Your birthday passed, I knew the date. I typed a message, then erased. Summer found me driving home past the streets we used to know. The radio played our favorite song. I sang your part when you were gone. 365 sunsets, and somehow I still looked for you. It's funny how a whole year passes, but love forgets to move. The year we didn't speak was the loudest silence I've ever known. Every day I lost your voice, every night I missed our home. I learned that distance isn't measured by the miles between two hearts. Sometimes it's just one conversation that never starts. its golden leaves, just like promises beneath our feet. Winter covered everything in white, but couldn't hide these sleepless nights. I heard your name from someone else, smiled like everything was fine. They never saw the storm inside, or how I still replay goodbye. Maybe we both wanted to call, maybe pride became the wall. Maybe two broken hearts spent a year waiting for the other one. If I could borrow one more moment, I'd waste no time on fear. I'd simply say, I still miss you. The year we didn't speak changed the person that I am. I stopped waiting for my phone to ring, but never stopped holding your hand inside my memories. Some people fade like photographs, some become the songs we sing. You became the quiet ache that every season seems to bring. If this is how forever feels, I'll carry it with grace, because losing you wasn't the hardest part. It was learning how to live with your silence in my place. A whole year passed without a single word, yet somehow my heart never stopped answering your name. The mailman left a box today, my handwriting across the front. Every letter that I never stopped meaning came back untouched. The sweater I bought for your birthday, the ring I almost gave away, a little white sticker on the corner read, "Return to sender." In faded gray, I guess some roads don't lead back home. Some hearts refuse to change. It's strange how love can travel miles and still never find its place. It turned to sender, that's what the label said. But where do I send all the words still living inside my head? You gave back every memory wrapped inside a cardboard box, but no address exists for the pieces of a broken heart that's lost. If love had its own mailbox, I'd write your name forever. Instead, every dream comes back to me, marked return to sender. I opened every folded page. Your perfume was no longer there, only empty paper and the weight of everything we couldn't repair. The pictures slipped onto the floor like tiny pieces of our past. I smiled through tears and realized some forevers never last. Maybe loving you was never wasted. Maybe every scar has something to teach. You may never read another word from me, but they'll always live beneath my heartbeat. So tonight I'll stop writing letters to someone who's already gone. To turn to sender, that's how our story ends. Not with anger or with blame, just two strangers losing what they had. I'll fold away the photographs, I'll pack up yesterday somehow. But there's one thing life can't send back: the person I was before I loved you. Because you didn't only leave my house, you changed my heart forever. The box is finally empty, but somehow my heart still isn't. Some love never arrives, it only finds its way back home. Your name still lights up on my phone, though I know it won't tonight. I scroll through words we used to write when goodnight still meant hold on tight. Every message felt like forever. Every I miss you felt so true. Who would have thought our longest story would end without a reason to? I kept waiting for another line, another chance to change your mind. But silence speaks in ways that words never could. The final text is just a period, one tiny dot that changed my world. No, I'm sorry, no, take care, just the quiet end of everything we were. You closed the door without a sound while I kept reading what wasn't there. How can something so small leave a heart beyond repair? Now every notification lies. For a second I still hope it's you. Then reality steals the moment, like it always seems to do. I almost typed, "Are you okay?" then erased every single word. Some questions never find an answer. Some goodbyes are never heard. Maybe love doesn't always end with shouting. Maybe it disappears between the lines. Maybe hearts don't break all at once. Maybe they fade one message at a time. If I could send one final reply, it wouldn't ask you to come back. I'd only say I hope you find the peace we couldn't keep. The final text is just a period, but my heart still writes your name. I deleted every call yet nothing really changed. One day I'll stop searching the screen for a love that's already gone. Until then I'll carry every word like echoes of a favorite song. Because endings don't always sound like goodbye. Sometimes they look like a single dot. I stared at that little period for what felt like forever. Funny how one tiny mark could leave such a huge silence behind. Your little blue dot used to feel like home. I'd smile knowing you weren't far from me. Now the map is quiet, cold and still, just another place I'll never reach. I still drive the streets we used to know, passing every light but we slow down. Funny how a city full of people can feel empty when you're not around. My finger hovers over your name. One last tap, one last goodbye. I'm not deleting where you are, I'm deleting where I thought we'd be. I'm deleting your location, but I can't erase your memory. I can clear you from my screen, not from every part of me. Every road still leads to you, every sunset calls your name. The map says you've disappeared, my heart still says you never changed. Your messages are buried somewhere deep, like little time capsules of our dreams. I read them when the nights get long, pretending nothing came between. They say healing starts with letting go, closing every door you left behind. But no one tells you how impossible it is when you're still living never leave your soul. Your pin is gone from the map, but somehow you're still the place my heart keeps trying to find. You took your books, your favorite chair, the little plant that needed care, the coffee cups, the records too, but somehow every room kept you. I stood there watching boxes leave, trying hard not to beg you please. Then I laughed through tears, somehow you packed the good scissors when you walked out. Now every package stays unopened, every ribbon stays tied tight. Funny how the smallest things can remind you of goodbye. You packed the good scissors, left me with the dull ones instead. Now I'm cutting through these memories, one broken thread at a time. You didn't only take your clothes or every promise we believe. You took the simple parts of home and left the silence here with me. Still shows up on the mail, like hope forgot that love had failed. I almost reached to call you back, then remembered why you never answered. The window's still let morning in, but nothing feels the way it did. Even the light looks different now, like it misses you somehow. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe it begins with little things. Buying new scissors, changing the sheets, learning this house can breathe again. But tonight I'm not that strong. Tonight your ghost still lives here. You packed the good scissors, but you couldn't cut my love away. It's stitched into every quiet corner, every ordinary day. One day I'll laugh without pretending. One day this ache won't feel so deep. Until then I'll keep rebuilding the life you left in pieces. Because you took the best of everything, except the heart that still remembers. I finally bought a new pair today. They cut just fine, but somehow they still don't pain like home. The left side of the mattress hasn't changed at all. Your pillow still sinks where your head used to fall. I keep waking up, reaching through the dark, trying to find the rhythm of your heart. Your sweater's hanging by the bedroom door, like you're coming home from work once more. But every morning tells the truth again. Some goodbyes never really end, and they say empty rooms will feel alive someday, but everyone still whispers your name. I'm learning how to breathe without your love. It just doesn't feel the same. The left side of the mattress still belongs to you. Even though you're gone, I don't know what to do. I leave the space untouched every single night, holding on to someone who's faded from my life. If love could hear me now, I'd ask you where you are, 'cause half this bed is cold tonight, and half my heart still isn't mine. I found your favorite book beside the lamp, the page still folded where we used to laugh. The little things are what hurt the most. They're everywhere, like your ghost. I almost called your number yesterday, just to hear the silence on the line. Funny how forever turned into a memory I can't leave behind. Maybe one day someone else will lie where you once dreamed, but they'll never know the quiet prayers that live between those sheets. You didn't just leave an empty bed, you left a home inside my chest. The left side of the mattress still waits for you, like somehow love might find its way back through. But morning always breaks the same, with sunlight calling out your name. I'll fall away the tears one day, and learn to live with what's been lost. But every night before I close my eyes, I'll miss the life we almost had. Because some people leave the room, yet never leave your heart. So if you ever dream of me, save a little space beside your soul. The left side of the mattress grew empty the day you took my home. Found your picture in my phone tonight, hidden between the years and all the miles. Your eyes still shine like they always did, but the image fades every time I smile. I remember how you held my hand like we'd never have to say goodbye. Funny how forever fits so easy until it slipped away with time. Now every memory feels like rain falling through my hands again. Our last photo is blurry, just like the promises we made. I keep trying to remember us, but the colors slowly fade. I can still hear your laughter echoing through my lonely room. You're becoming harder to hold, but harder to lose. Our last photo is blurry, yet my heart still sees you. Everyone says that time will heal, but clocks don't know how love can break. I've learned to hide the tears I cry behind the smiles that I fake. If I could live one day again, I'd stay a little longer in your arms. I'd memorize your heartbeat before it became another memory. Maybe love was never meant to last forever. Maybe it was only meant to change you. You left with half my heart, but the other half still whispers your name. Our last photo is blurry, but every feeling stays the same. The picture may forget your face, my soul never will. One day I'll stop searching the past and let tomorrow find me too. Until that day, this broken heart will quietly keep loving you. Some memories disappear, some never leave. Even if the picture fades, you'll always be clear.